everyone, so today's video is going to be my January TBR. Now I'm really sorry that this video is like so late. I just haven't had the chance to film. So yeah, I also haven't been like feeling well both mentally and physically because I always feel like this at the start of the year. So yeah, because of that I haven't been able to like film at all. So that's why I'm filming this just a little bit late. That's also why I'm uploading this late, obviously. So yeah, I hope you guys still like this video regardless of how late it is. But yeah, let's just get into this January TBR, I guess. And I apologize for the way that I look probably because I didn't have the energy to like fully do everything that I normally do to, you know, get ready to film. So yeah, I apologize if I look a bit ugly today. But yeah, I also hope the lighting looks okay because I know that now that it's winter and it's like snowing outside actually, I just don't have the best lighting in this room. So yeah, I apologize for that. I hope I kind of fixed it. So yeah, let's just get into my January TBR. The first book I want to read in January is All the Light We Cannot See. Now, all of these books on this TBR are kind of going to have like the same theme of like, to me, this feels like a winter, like January book, like sad, like melancholy, you know, nighttime stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like this feels like a January book. So yeah, I'm gonna try and read it because I've actually had this book like for a very long time. The reason why I actually thought about like reading it was because Storygraph told me that like this was the book that has been on my TBR the longest, like on my physical TBR. So I've had this book for a very long time. So yeah, I think it's actually time that we read it. So yeah, I'm gonna try and read it in January. I am only like 30 pages into it and I'm not like super invested into the story yet, but I'm hoping I will like it. So yeah, it will also probably make me like extremely sad, but that's the vibe we're going for in January. So yeah. Then next we have To the Lighthouse, which again, this is a book that I just randomly looked at on my shelf, specifically on like the shelf that holds like all of my classic books. And I just looked at that shelf and I went, winter book. So yeah, like clearly as you can tell, I'm very like focused on like seasonal books now because it's snowing outside for the first time in like a very long time. I'm talking like, I think it's been like 5 years since it snowed where I live. So it's actually very rare that it like snows where I live, or at least that like it snows and it stays like on the ground, because usually it just snows and then like within like 10 minutes it's just like water everywhere. So yeah, it typically doesn't stay like on the ground, but now it actually is, which is very exciting, but at the same time also very annoying because I can't go outside now because, you know, I'm disabled, I struggle to walk, and if I try walking in the snow, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall. So yeah, not gonna risk that. So yeah, winter book, have no idea what it's about, but I do like reading classics, and yeah, I hope I will enjoy it. So yeah. Then next we have The Exorcist. Now this might not seem like a winter book, this might seem more like a Halloween book, but to me, like horror books don't really scream Halloween, they scream like winter. Yeah, I recently saw this book like for very cheap somewhere in like a secondhand bookstore and I was like, might as well buy it. I don't know if I'm fully like in the mood for a book like this, but we'll see. I guess I still have like about like 3 weeks to like see if I want to read it in January, because like I said, I am filming this a little bit late. It's already like January when I'm filming this, but yeah, I hope I will maybe read it in January. And I'm gonna put this book down now because I'm actually in quite a lot of pain today, so I'm not gonna hold books up for very long. So yeah, I apologize for that. Then next we have Last Night at the Telegraph Club. Again, this book just screams like winter to me, and it's sapphic and it's sad, and yeah, this seems like it's a book I want to read in January. Again, I don't know if I'm fully in the mood for a book that makes me cry, but typically I am like in the beginning of the year. Typically that's like the type of book that I gravitate towards. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a try. Hopefully I feel in the mood for it. And yeah, let's move on to the last physical book, which I'm glad for because like I said, I'm in a lot of pain and I still want to film like another video after this, which is going to be a struggle, but I'm going to try and do it anyway. So yeah, let's get into the last physical book on this TBR. Then next we have this book. I'm not going to try and pronounce the title of this because that will probably take me very long, and like I said, I'm in a lot of pain already. So yeah, my mom bought this book for me when she was here like visiting me, because my mom lives in another country, and she bought this book for me as like an early birthday present. And yeah, I have heard a lot of good things about this book. I really like the author's like writing style. I'm a very big like fan of that type of writing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I will like this book. This seems like a type of book I would like. So yeah, I'm hoping to read in January because I wanted to save this book for the next year, because obviously my mom bought this last year and I wanted to save this for next year because I wanted to take my time with it. And now it's next year. So yeah, hopefully I can read it soon. So yeah. Then next is actually a couple mangas that I want to read that are gonna be like on my physical TBR soon, because I really want to buy this series soon, not the entire series all at once obviously, although that would be quite fun, but very expensive, so I'm not gonna do that. But I recently started the anime for this series, and that is Blue Lock. It's about like football, and as someone who really enjoys like Haikyuu, I'm pointing here because this is like where all the mangas for Haikyuu is. Like, as someone who really like enjoys that series, I thought that I would give Blue Lock a try, and I haven't really been into watching anime for like the last couple of months, but now that I felt like watching it again, I was like, let's give like Blue Lock a try, and I really really like it. And so when I saw that like an online like secondhand bookstore had like a lot of these volumes available, I was like, I need to have them so I can read the series as well. So I'm probably gonna buy like 5 volumes of it sometime this week. So that will also be on my TBR for January, because let's be real here, I probably will end up like reading all of these volumes that I will buy, which will be like 4 or 5 volumes because I don't want to spend too much money. But I will probably end up like reading all of them like in one day. So yeah. You guys will probably see like this bookshelf change a little bit, because I'm pretty sure I will put Blue Lock like right where Hanako-kun is now. Because even though I do really like Hanako-kun, I feel like it doesn't quite fit into this bookshelf because it takes up quite a lot of space, and Haikyuu and Blue Lock, those are just 2 series that very much like fit together, because they both have like white like spines and stuff like that, yes, but they also are both like sport like mangas. So yeah, I do really want to put Blue Lock there. And yeah, I always wanted to buy this series because I always saw it like in bookstores, and the covers are like really cool looking. Like, I really like it. I'll put it like a picture up of like my favorite cover. I don't even know who this character is. Like, I don't know who that is. Like, I'm only like 12 episodes into the anime, and like, I don't know who this is because he hasn't shown up yet. But when he does, I'm probably really gonna like it, because I saw this like in a bookstore like a couple months ago, and I keep like thinking about it. Like, this is just such like an intense cover for like a football like manga. It's about football. Like, tell me why this man looks like he's gonna kill someone. Like it's just so, like, I just like it so much, you know? These types of like covers for like a football manga. Like, it's so funny and like so like cool and interesting at the same time. Like, I will go to like a bookstore, and whenever I see Blue Lock there, I'll just pick this volume and I'll just like look at it. Like, I can't wait to be able to buy this. I'm not going to be able to buy it for quite some time because this is quite like a high number. And again, I need to start from like 1. But just trust me, when I do finally get my hands on this volume, you will see it like displayed right here. And you will be able to stare at it the entire time. That will probably like intimidate some people, but I like looking at it. So yeah, looking forward to be able to read that series. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking now because I feel like I talked about that for just a little bit too long. But can you tell I really like Blue Lock at the moment? So yeah, I hope I can also find like some merch for it maybe. So yeah, that will be exciting. So yeah. Now lastly, in January, I obviously also want to read some books from the library. I have no idea how I'm gonna go to the library because, like I've already mentioned before, the library like in my town has become more inaccessible recently because they changed to a less accessible building for some reason. And because it's now also snowing outside, I have no idea how I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna try to do it regardless and pick up some books, and those are also on my January TBR obviously. So yeah, gonna end this video now though, because like I said, I'm in a lot of pain and I feel like I've talked for long enough. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Tell me like down below like what you guys are planning to read in January, I guess. And yeah, thank you for watching, and bye.